me today, I would love to work with you for your facility, home, center, or ministry. Let's do it.
Hey, hey, howdy. Good evening, good morning, hello to you, wherever you are at right now in the world. Hello. Even for those who will be catching the replay, I am excited that you are here. The next about 20, 30 minutes, I'm going to give you, excuse me, I'm going to give you some information that you can use that will help you if you are working on becoming a nationally accredited program. Yes, if you are working on becoming a nationally accredited program, this session, this series is for you. It is for you, and it's something that you're going to need over the next couple of more weeks. We're going to be talking about how to handle unexpected challenges. Last week, we talked about missing paperwork. Today, we're going to talk about what to do when staff do not show up. And really, I want you to handle that just as you would with any other day, because going through the national accreditation verification process, it should and must resemble what your day to day is in your program. And I know that some people often are like, when they think about national accreditation, oh my God, I don't think I can do this. I'm already doing enough. I'm already short staffed. I'm already. And that's right. I'm going to get you ready to raise the standards in your program because that is what children, families, and your communities need. Now, for those of you who are just meeting me, my name is Melody. I am the founder and a national accreditation specialist of the Early Childhood Educators Circle Time. We are a community of and for early childhood educators and child care professionals. We come together to connect, to network, and to uplift and elevate everybody in the ECE industry. And our signature program is assisting programs that care for young children to create a high quality program and a learning environment to earn their national accreditation seal. And so on tonight, I want us to really look at not only how we prepare for our national accreditation visits, but being well prepared for your national accreditation visit because it can be cumbersome. Some people can be nervous. Some people get butterflies in the stomach. But the reason why we are here at ECE Circle Time is to diminish all of those what we think nuances and situations that we cannot handle. We're here to debunk all of that to let you know that you can do it. Now, for those of us that are in this industry, one thing that we do when we come together is we have a circle time. And if you have ever been inside of a facility, the circle time is where the teacher brings the children together. This is where we build community. This is where we share the lesson plan information. This is how we get down when we get down and provide a book. That circle time is a communal effort in the classroom. And for the past 20 plus years, I've sung this song that I'm getting ready to sing to you because it's all about a mindset. The words are hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. I'm going to sing it to you one time and then we're going to sing it together. Okay? So just listen to me on this first time, and then when I sing it again, you can join me. You ready? Let your friends know that we're here and we're getting ready to get started. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine, and I hope that you are. Yes, we sing that to one another because as early childhood educators, it is all about our mindset. It is about us showing up for the children, the families, and the communities. We are human, but at the same time, we have moments, we get frustrated. And yes, working with young children, it is a joy. It is the only place that you can come to get paid to play, but you have to play with a purpose. And I'm so excited that you're here, and I'm very excited about what we're going to share on tonight, even though you may or you may not be going through the national accreditation process. The information that I give to you is something that you'll be able to use each and every day. Now, just for one more time for the road, okay? Hello, 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 and how are you? I'm fine, I'm fine, and I hope that you are too. That's like my jam. That is my jam. That is my theme song because everything that we do for children and families has to be from a place of resiliency. We know that in a normal world, in the ideal world, children would be at home with their parents or with extended care families, but when they are with us, we are, as my other friends say, the first responders. And so we have to make sure that in our classrooms, in our programs, is a place full of love and laughter. Because when children come to be around us, many times it is the first time that they've ever been outside of their family nuclear. Mom has to work, dad has to work, everybody has to get and put in the work. And so when children are coming to our facilities, we want to make sure that it is a place of love and a place of joy. So you got time right now to tell your friends that, hey, Miss Melody is on and we are getting ready to get this started. I will come on and off the screen just a little bit to show you some information, but also to give you some information. And before I do that, we're going to take a small 20, 30-second break so that you can let your friends know that we are here and we are getting started. Thank you so much for joining us.
The iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
The iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Iconic experience.
Hands-on, one-on-one, and I enjoyed the tours.
Phenomenal.
Very knowledgeable.
The information was impactful.
Turn a child care center into a child care empire.
Our first stop is going to be the in-home center, and in the in-home center, I want you guys to just see the journey, and I'm going to, when we get there, we're going to talk about how I chose that location.
$1 million building.
Hey, 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 we are back. We are back and we are right on track. It is amazing to be able to serve children, to be able to serve families, and to also be able to serve your community. But one thing that I have to make sure that we go ahead and we talk about is that we have to have a level of resiliency for the children, for the families, and the communities in which we serve. Parents bring their children to our facilities because they need us. They need us there. They need us opening up on time. They need each and every person in the classroom, not at 9 o'clock, but a few minutes before. And I'm going to tell you, over the course of my 20 plus years of working in this industry, I've seen it all. I've heard it all. And sometimes I was one of the ones while coming up through this industry that was giving it all. And we cannot be successful and or have successful businesses and programs without having a level of impact in which we as early childhood educators, regardless of our position, take accountability for what we do and how we serve the children, the families in our community. So for those of you who are just coming in, when you come to the circle time, ECE circle time, the early childhood educator circle time, there's usually always going to be a word for the day that I give you. And our word for today that I'm giving you is resilience. You're going to go through the national accreditation process. You're going to have to be resilient. Now, when I introduce this word to children, we break it down by the syllables. We clap it, we snap it, we nod it. Sometimes we even dance it, because we also understand that everybody, not just children, learn on different levels. Some of us, you can speak it, some of us can see it, some of us can say it, and we got it. But as an early childhood educator, we make sure that we incorporate all levels of learning. So our word is resilience. I'm going to clap it, I'm going to snap it, I'm going to nod it. And then we're going to continue on with our lesson for the day. Yes, that's right. I even have a lesson plan for the time that we come together. So resilience, that is our word. It has 3 syllables. Watch me. Resilience. Let's clap it. Resilience. Let's snap it. Resilience. Let's nod it. Resilience. One more time. Let's clap it. Resilience. Let's snap it. Resilience. Let's nod it. Resilience. And you're going to have a high level of resilience with taking on the national accreditation process. It goes above your local state, many times above the rules and regulations that you already even have for your program. And so resilience is, we're going to read this together, the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties. It's like toughness. It's a bounce back like elasticity. Resilience, the capacity to withstand or recover quickly from difficulty. And becoming a national accreditation program or nationally accredited program does not exempt you from the everyday challenges. But what it does state is that you have a level of discipline and resiliency. You have a level of accountability that you provide for yourself. You have to be accountable for the services that we provide for children. And so when you're going through the national accreditation process, you're comparing what you currently do to what this organization states that we all, as early childhood educators, should encompass in what we should have in our program. And so resilience is what is going to get you through the entire accreditation process. How you're going to be able to handle unexpected circumstances, even with having a coach, even with partnering with an organization, it's bound to happen. Things happen regardless when we are inside our programs every day. And again, the national accreditation process, especially going through the verification, it should resemble what you would do. And so, though I'm giving this to you because we're coming from a standpoint of what to do while you are accredited, take these notes and use them right now. Use them right now in your program. And so, like I stated to you, I am going to come on and off because I'm going to show you some of the slides that we have already put up this week. But this time, when you and I are together, this is just giving you more information. So here we go. Number one. Woo-wee. Let's do it, y'all. Number one, unexpected. Be proactive and, if possible, inform the verifier beforehand or any staff unavailability and explain the reason. Again, you got to be proactive and, if possible, inform the verifier beforehand of any staff unavailability and explain the reason. That is something that you have to do because depending on which national accreditation program, they all have different processes of what they do up to that day and on the day of accreditation. So tonight, I'll do a little name dropping. I'll do a little name dropping tonight. I normally don't name drop, but tonight I'll do a little name dropping. So, for instance, if you're going to be a part of the most known and the largest organization, which is the National Association for the Education of Young Children, when they come to your program, they may not see every room. It's like a lottery. You may have 3 infant rooms, 2 toddler rooms, 2 or 3 preschool rooms. They're only going to see a select few. So if they come to see a room and your staff member is not there, but that lead teacher is the one that has the credentials and all of everything that you need for that classroom, but she's not there, that needs to be communicated. It is not going to change anything in that perspective of, oh, well, the teacher's not here, she's not going to look in the room. But that just lets them know that the teacher is not there. And then here's another program, the National Early Childhood Program Accreditation. If you have going through your self-assessment instrument, you list the teachers that are assigned to different rooms. So there's a teacher that is assigned to the toddler room, and she goes into that room looking for them. That teacher is going to be expected to be a part of the ratio. If that teacher is not there and someone else is there, then she's going to be saying, what happened? And even still, that person is not there. They're not there. But you have to be comfortable enough to say, hey, you know what? This is Mary Sue. This is her staff information. She got ill, but we do have a substitute. And our substitute that's going into that classroom, this is her information. And let me be fair. And I want to be honest. Because over 20 years, and I'm always going to be honest, but when I say I'm going to be honest, that's me meaning for you to really listen in. There may have been some of your friends that did not have everything or every staff member that they needed. And so the accountability piece that I talked about earlier, we're going through that national accreditation process. They want to verify that information too. So you have to be very transparent and honest. We're not having ghost teachers. GHOST. I said it. Yes, I said it and I meant it. You're not having ghost teachers. Going through the accreditation process, it is about your accountability, your responsibility, and holding yourself to a standard. So it is very important that whichever organization that you choose, that your staff and your team meet the standards and no ghost teachers. And if I'm saying it to you in that manner, that's because you know it's true. 20 plus years. You'd be surprised. And those who earn or receive that accreditation in a way that is not the best way, many times they don't keep it. Okay, let me roll on to number 2 because I had felt something come up in my spirit and I want to stay real nice and professional, but I do get passionate about this. Is because as leaders, we have to hold a higher standard and we have to position ourselves and our teams for success. There are, as I posted earlier today, there are many ways. Obstacles do not get in the way of your path, but the obstacles are what helps you throughout your path. The obstacles are the things that you realize these are the barriers that are holding us back from getting our goal. So let's work to work over it. You'd be so surprised on what can happen for you and what doors will open up for you if you are honest in the work ethic that you present to people. This life, the work, the part of earning your national accreditation, it doesn't have to be a rush. Getting and partnering with ECE Circle Time gives you an opportunity to get it done more efficiently. But if there is a lapse, or there's a lack in any area, even with having ECE Circle Time as a partner, that's going to show up. So no ghost, GHOST, no ghost teachers or fill-in teachers. Okay, y'all, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back. I heard the music. Music say, "I'll bring it back." So number 2, consider having another qualified staff member available to answer questions and to provide relevant information. It's okay to have another person or to have backup in your program. It's okay to cross-train. It's okay to make sure that more than one person knows how to do a job. It is okay. If you're going through the accreditation process, that means that you believe in your team, you believe in yourself. And one thing that we have to, especially as leaders and educators, is not always working in the business, but on the business. Again, you can't always work in the business. You have to work on the business. So if you're working on the business, that means that you're giving others an opportunity to grow. You can't be all things to everybody. During your national accreditation visit, somebody may get sick. During your national accreditation visit, licensing might come. During your national accreditation visit, you might have to speak to a parent. Your accreditation visit is a resemblance of what you do every day. So work on the business, cross-train people, and don't be so afraid to cross-train people. Oh, if I train her, she's going to go down the street, or he's going to go down the street, or they're no longer going to work with us. When we operate from a heart space, it will not matter who stays at our program, because your program is operating from a place of integrity. Your program is operating from a place of professionalism. So just as one goes out the door, you do what you need to do, then a great replacement will come in the door. I want you to make sure and understand and be okay with your accreditation visit. It is what you do every day. You may have butterflies in your stomach. You may be nervous because, oh my gosh, this is it. But if you're working on ensuring that your quality is like a continuum, this is what we're going to do every single day. This is what we're striving to. It will eliminate and relieve some of the stresses that you have. It needs to reflect what you do every day. 20 plus years, variety of positions. They know, they know, they know. The verifier knows that all of the children aren't going to listen all the time. The verifier knows that somebody is going to make a mistake. But if you're cross training, especially if somebody doesn't show, then that makes your day or the show go on as it needs to. Now, this last one thing you can do is always check the staff availability, especially if staff is not feeling well, before the day of the visit so you can assign a substitute. I'm going to say this again. Always check the staff availability, especially if staff is not feeling well, before the day of the visit so you can assign a substitute. I say this because it happens. For instance, we'll go back to the two national accreditation bodies that I named earlier. Unless something changed within the last 24 hours. If you're going through the National Association for the Education of Young Children, you get a window. There's this window that you know that they could come. And before they come, if you say they're coming anytime between the 2 weeks of Monday, January 5th and Friday, January 16th, you know that within this 2-week window, they're coming. So prior to that, making sure staff and everybody's getting everything they need, making sure the health, mentally, physically, with your staff is there, and that everybody is calm, cool, and collected. And that, hey, this is the time that we're having our visit. Let's do what we need to do internally. And I'm saying that professionally. You'll know that here's a window. They come anytime, any day between Monday, January 1st and Friday, January 16th. And before they come, at the latest, the day before, they may call you about 2 o'clock. They may call you right before. And so if you're preparing for your national accreditation visit and you're doing what you need to do every single day, even if you got the call at 1:59 p.m., hey, we're going to be there tomorrow, you'll be okay because you already know that you have this window. Versus if you're going with the National Early Childhood Program accreditation, you know exactly when they're coming. You know. So there's no surprises. Here is the date. This is when we're coming. Simple as that. And so you do what you need to do internally. I'm just being very professional with that. You do what you need to do internally because here it is. Two great organizations that give accreditation for centers, ministries, preschools, family child care homes, elementary schools, the whole nine. Both of these organizations, they provide accreditation and they validate a variety of programs. But when it comes to preparing that day of, one, you have this 2-week window. And in the 2-week window before they come, you're going to get a call the day before. And then when they come in, as I stated to you earlier, they're not going to visit every last classroom. Versus how you have one national accreditation body, you know exactly the day they're coming, and they're going to visit every classroom. So you have to look at all of that. And when you're having those conversations with your staff and especially going through the accreditation process, you're going to learn that only having one-on-one staff meeting, or performance review, which is staff, that's not enough to build a rapport and a relationship to be able to know whether or not your staff member is feeling okay, whether or not they are up to the challenge. You'll find out that as you are developing your program, the need to have open communication with your team, weekly communication. You don't have to have weekly staff meetings. That might do it overboard. That might be overboard. Everybody, I'm ready to go home. That's why I work with young children. I want to get out at a decent time and I want my weekends to myself. But you do have to be strategic in a partnership with your staff, and to avoid being frustrated when when it is time for your accreditation visit, then you need to know exactly how your staff are doing. You need to know how they're feeling. And that's one of the reasons why our word for today is resilience, because it is the ability to be able to adapt and to bounce back. It also goes to your mindset of, let me actually prepare for this visit. Let me prepare every single day. Let me cross-train staff members. Let me make sure that everybody knows how to do a great amount of items or tasks at a high level. And so that we talked about those three things. I'm just going to give you about like seven little steps, seven little clues that will help you in order to be able to maintain. Number one, keep that clear communication with your team. Know which accreditation body and the requirements of what's going to happen around that visit. Tonight, you learned about NACI and you learned about NACPA, the National Association for the Education of Young Children. And you also learned on what happens with the National Early Childhood Program Accreditation. Two different programs, both have been around for almost 40 years. Well, NACI has hit that 40-year mark in regards to national accreditation. The organization itself is older than that, but the process of taking programs through this national accreditation part, that's different. Same as with NECPA. It's been around almost 40 years, 1991. 1991, it's to be exact. So accreditation in itself is something that's new, but the process haven't changed. Number two, those contingency plans, you talking to the staff members, lead teachers knowing to do what assistant teachers do or your program manager does. Assistant teachers receiving that same information and or training. And that's one of the things that I do like about the services that we provide programs at the Early Childhood Educator Circle Time. There are two separate tracks. We do have one specifically for the management, but when it comes to the classroom staff, lead teachers and assistant teachers take the same training. They take the same leadership training. They take the same early educators by design training, because that title in the classroom is nothing but a title. The children do not care who's the lead or the assistant. They want your attention. And so that is about a level of responsibility. You have to provide support and resources. Sometimes your staff member may call out because they stressed. You're stressed them out to the point they don't even want to be there that day. But if you're providing support and resources and you're not making the part of becoming nationally accredited so hard on them that, okay, if we don't become accredited, everybody get fired, don't do that. Don't say that. But if you provide resources and support, for instance, hey, follow ECE Circle Time, they got information to help you, that'll also help your staff. Another thing, encourage collaboration. Again, especially when it comes to your staff, they may have different titles or positions, but in the classroom, they are a team. And as a leader, and as directors and owners, You have to operate and let everybody know that you're a member of the team. You may have a different position, but you're still a member of the team. You have to encourage that collaboration over competition. Number 5, if you, as I stated to you earlier, you can't have just that one meeting a year, that performance review. You have to monitor their progress and give them feedback. As many of you know, business owners, your KPI, your key performance indicators. Early childhood programs, whether you are a family home, whether you are a ministry, your elementary school, and or a Head Start. You have to have a communication with your team to let them know exactly where they are at. Some people will not perform and or underperform because they don't know and you haven't given them feedback. In this journey, while you're going through the national accreditation process, you have to take a step back and look at the totality of your program. Are you delivering and doing what you said that you're going to do? Let me stop because I don't want to just lecture to y'all tonight. Number 6, promote that work-life balance. Internally, and just stating again, we talked about having a visit from NACI. We talked about having a visit from Nectar. Promote work-life balance. Well, why are you saying that, Miss Melody? Because if you know the accreditation visit is coming, you know that NACI gives you this window. Encourage those staff members that need to have appointments or other things, have that already done. Get everything that they need to get done out the way so that then they're not thinking, oh my God, I gotta have a dentist appointment. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta. No, baby, you gotta be here. But they won't be there if we do not promote a work-life balance, allowing them to understand that, hey, I know that you may need some time off. Even in your program, you can promote some wellness. There's several other programs that we've helped. That one program in particular during the pandemic, they began to have mental health days for the team, where even the complete center closed down and they go do fun. When you're going through the national accreditation process, you got to begin to look at, because you're moving this, you're going past your city, you're going past your state, you're even going past what you do. Look at different initiatives that you can bring in. Some programs are going to four work days versus 5. That's just in general. Regardless of whether or not they're becoming accredited or not, you have to create a supportive work environment for your team. One thing I like that one program has, it's right here. I've got a program and doing the training for them even after they became nationally accredited. Yes, when we work with our programs, even after national accreditation, we still continue to provide a service for them because it is a partnership. Becoming nationally accredited is not a one-time event. But one thing that I like with providing a balance and coming up with initiatives and celebrating this particular program, and I keep these notes. During the training, the director gave everybody a stack of Post-it notes. And so it was everyone's responsibility, even though they didn't put their name on it, to say something positive about each staff member. And so I'm just going to read a few. One said to me, this is what I participated too. You are an awesome mother, and show love to your girls. I like that. Miss Melody, you're a beautiful woman of God that is inspiring others to strive for the best and to keep God first. Well, she did put a name. She wasn't supposed to put her name. But hey, Miss Kiera, if you're watching. And I'll do 2 more. Love your energy, so helpful. You are such a blessing, and I love your classes. Hey, y'all. But In the midst of staff meetings where everybody wrote something about another person, that's encouraging your team to work together. It's helping them to see that, hey, my labor is not in vain when I come here. It's promoting that work-life balance. It's promoting that I see you. And that's what you want. Because as a team, your entire team is going to be there. And regardless of the national accreditation body, I want to tell you up front that that day of the visit, it's more predicated on what your staff does than the paperwork. I'm going to say that one more time for the person whose internet just went out. The day of the accreditation, it is more focused on what is happening in your classroom than what's in that handbook. Your handbook does matter. But see, if you miss a piece of paperwork, you can mail that in, you can email that in, you can send that in. But what can't be replaced is what goes on in that classroom. What can't be replaced is teachers washing their hands as they're serving children every time they do what they need to do. What can't be replaced is teachers' intentional environment and listening to the children. They can't see that on a paperwork. You can send in paperwork, but you can't send in videos of your classrooms. You may send in a video of a training or a snippet if you have to do that. So it is important, and it is very imperative for your classroom staff to have that work-life balance. Again, with the accreditation bodies, depending on which one you choose, you're going to know when, where, and why. Prepare for that. And then my last one I want to put up for you guys before we head on out tonight is to lead by example. Turn the music up for one moment. I'm gonna let that be my break. Lead by example. Feel like I need to read another note. Very knowledgeable, professional, supportive. I got another one up in here somewhere. I'm sure I got some more. Oh, on the screen it say lead by example. Mhm. As the leader, not just for those that are in the classroom, in order to get through your national accreditation visit, you've got to embody resilience. You've got to implement strategies. Your staff have got to see you writing the vision and making it plain. Your staff have to see you doing the work, because if they see you writing the vision, making it plain, implementing strategies, saying what you're going to do, following up on what you're going to do, that's going to pour over and spill over into the classroom. It's like this one phrase that I like. It, what a blessing for brothers to dwell together. It's like oil that runs down. And if you lead by example, demonstrating that, oh, some days everybody's not going to come to work, but I don't mind taking off my high heels, putting my Chanel bag to the side. As a matter of fact, I keep a uniform in the trunk that I can go do what I need to do. Even if a particular age group is not your forte, you still will get up there and do it. You got to lead by example with a positive attitude and creating a supportive work environment. You got to lead by example on taking head on challenges. You got to lead by example by staying composed. You got to lead by example by being adaptable. You can't be falling apart at the seams because your star player let you down. And now you don't want to talk to anybody. You got to lead by example and being proactive in finding solutions. And sometimes Leading by example is bringing your team together, even though you know what you want to do, and being quiet and saying, hey guys, this is the challenge that we're having. What do you think? And when you ask your team, what do you think? Then you're able to gauge their thought process. You're able to gauge. You're able to do all of the other things that I listed before. So again, just going through this national accreditation process, it's not going to just always be peaches and cream. Having even assistance, it will still be challenging. But you've got to make up in your mind that I'm going to lead by example. You got to make up in your mind that you're called for this. You got to make up in your mind that you are capable of great things. You got to make up in your mind that you want to become the best that you can on your block, in your city, and in your state. You want to represent your industry and your business to the best of its ability. And going through the accreditation process, it is not a rush. It can be a strategic, well planned out activity that you do. And now we talk about well planned out activities. Didn't even come to think about it. Let me share with y'all this National Accreditation Guide book. And while I pull up this guidebook to talk about some of the things that we have, before we leave out, I'm going to go ahead and just play this commercial for you, okay? So get yourself together, because we still have a few things to go over, y'all. I'll be right on back. Oh, and make sure if you're in Texas, join me and a lot of your other friends, because we are going to be at the National Early Childhood Program Accreditation Conference, and I'll be speaking there.
This is the Tony Box, a magical little speaker for kids. And this is a Tony. Tonys are filled with stories and songs that come to life when you place one on the box. She loves it because she can use it all on her own. I love it because it entertains for hours without a scream. Together, we've been building up a collection of all her favorite characters. Every Tony is a different adventure and a new world for her to explore. Listen as the magic comes to life.
I'm back and right on track. So as I was stating, forgot about that. If you're looking for a guide, something to help you, you definitely want to visit ececircletime.com. Y'all have so got into so much about, what you need to do. It's a process. This guide itself takes you through a full year of what it takes to become a nationally accredited program. Yes, that's right. I'm taking information from all different national accreditation bodies and to help. EC Circle Time has helped programs to become accredited, fully nationally accredited in 60 days. That's right, 60 days. So in this book, you're going to find a calendar, you're going to find your timeline. It's also a journey. So you're going to find journaling information in here, your checklist and sample forms that you can use. They are not only just in English, but also in Spanish. Come on, hola, what's up? We have team building activities and some challenge blocks to help you navigate through what you need to do. There's comparison and contrast notes. And for those who do get this book, that become a part and use this guidebook, there's free staff development training from ECE Circle Time. That's right. I show up, my team, we show up at your training. So this, I still have some more good stuff that's in this book. Okay, I said the calendar, I said the timeline, I said the journal, their checklist, their sample forms, their signs, their team builder activities, challenge box, comparison and contrast notes, your free staff training, and also coaching and a discount on services. But I promise you that if you use this book, you utilize this book, this is a great resource. So you just need to go to ececircletime.com, order your book. They are shipped out same day, well, or next business day. So when you order, your order is placed in. This is oh my gosh, over 100 and let's see, 114 pages of information that will help you. And I didn't, when creating this book, my team and I, we were just creating to serve. But when I go back and I look through, I promise you, I wish I had some of this information to have helped me to decide what programs were what programs. Some programs, when I was at a program, had I known about the different national accreditation options, this particular program that we were working towards when I was working for a corporate childcare program, it wasn't the best for the model. And let me say this, even there are corporate and franchise programs that are not all accredited by the same body. Yes, 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 yes. There are corporate and franchise programs, not all of them are accredited by the same body because you have to look at what works best for your organization. So 20 years ago, baby, if somebody would have said, I got a guidebook for you to help you decide along with free training, I would have snatched the book through the I would have snatched this book through the computer, through the technology. So definitely grab your book today, and also knowing that when you purchase your book, you're making an investment in yourself, an investment in your team, an investment in the children, the families, and the communities. Hey, yeah, you got your book today. Yes, I'm so excited that you got. So I do get a free staff training from you. Yes, ma'am, you do. So let me tell you. Let me go to the calendar section real quick. So, um, month 8, in your 8th month, if you go through it, your month by month, you can right here. It says that is what page is this? 36. So I'll probably say around about page 40. Then month 8, and actually you have 2 of them. Scheduled and early educated by design national accreditation training. Yes, Ms. Zane. It was. Yes. Yes, you get a free staff training. Listen. Oh, and now that I know that you got your book, you're going to get something else in email. I will message you. You get to, okay, I can't say it over here. I can't say it on our text message. Like I'm just playing, I'm going ahead and say it. Because you purchase your guidebook, the cost of the course for you, if you decide to join us, the next class starts on this upcoming Tuesday. I'm excited too. You get to do the course at 70% off. I need to do the math. Yes, you get to join the course, join the cohort with the other people, 70% off. Whatever the cost of the course is, you get 70% off. So because you made this investment, and I already spoke with the team, they are gathering the information to send to you. I want you to succeed and I want you to be successful. So yes, for those of you, this is not just, oh, I'm just getting a nice book with Miss Melody face on it. No, baby, you get what I wish I had when I was starting this accreditation process. I wish I had knew that when I was working for that corporate organization, all of us didn't have to try to, no, thank you. I wish all of us wasn't trying to obtain that one particular accreditation body because it doesn't work for everybody. And I'm just be real honest. Not everyone that comes into early childhood is going to have a degree. I didn't have a degree. I didn't have a degree when I first started this. And even still at the time when we were going through the accreditation process, running a corporate program, the requirements is for this particular accreditation body was to have a bachelor's degree. Now, working for a corporate childcare is no joke. So having to build that program and go through the accreditation process, that was too much. So I'm glad to offer this guidebook, to also be a guide, to be there to support each and every person. So yes, Ms. Zane, we will be in contact, and I'm so excited that you got your book. So y'all need to join Miss Zane, and I'm already speaking into existence that she's gonna be in the class on Tuesday evenings. So y'all, this is all I got for you tonight. Remember, you got to be resilient. You got to get through this because you can do this. This is about the investment in you, your belief in who you are and as a professional, and what you're offering to the children, the families, and the communities in which you serve. My name is Melody. I am so thankful to be here with you all, and I will see you again. Oh, FYI, starting Monday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're doing the ABCs of Great Leadership. So each and every day, Monday through Friday, I will take you through a different letter of the alphabet and helping you to build your leadership skills. Everyone, we can do this. If you become accredited next month, 3 months, 6 months, or 3 years from now, it is about the service that you're providing for the children, the families, and the communities. It's not a race. Many states, they offer benefits for you to become nationally accredited. But if you're wanting to, I would strongly suggest getting this guide, going through this guide before you make a final decision, and taking your program and looking at this so you can have a step ahead. So thank you everybody for being here. I'm so excited to be with you, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we begin our discussion about great leadership, the Early Childhood Educators Edition. Talk with you soon. Y'all have a great weekend.